Hello and good morning from Tanzania. This is my first proper video in the country, and if you saw my last video, I talked about my border crossing experience as I made the journey from Mombasa here to the Kilimanjaro region, which brings me to the largest freestanding mountain in the world, which is right behind me here. The clouds are starting to cover it. It is usually visible from this guest house that I'm staying at around sunrise at 5,896 meters. It's the tallest mountain in Africa and one of the tallest volcanoes in the world. And the whole area surrounding it is this lush, rich agricultural region, which I will talk more about as I'm not climbing the mountain over the next week, but I wanted to come and see it with my own eyes and at least visit some of the areas and people here living on its slopes and outskirts. So I'm around 11 kilometers or a 45-minute drive from Moshi, the main town, which is nearest the border with Kenya. So right now I'm going to grab some breakfast and then I will head out on my walk and I will talk much more about Tanzania and the Kilimanjaro region. Leaving the guest house and starting on the relatively short couple of hours morning hike through what I'm sure is going to be a beautiful area. I'm in the company of Victor, who is running the guest house, Shimbwe Meadows, and I'm in good company because you've climbed Kilimanjaro, yes. He told me yesterday, 60 times.
On top of Kilimanjaro.
So clearly no stranger to this area.
Here we are in the cultivation zone,
okay,
of the Kilimanjaro. And after the cultivation zone, next is forest.
Yeah.
Yes.
And it's more tropical, a bit hotter.
In the forest, it's very cold.
Oh, it's cold.
And it's also cause source of raining.
Okay.
That's why we say when you start the hike and you start in the forest zone, you need to have a rain jacket, a rain trouser. You just put it on your day pack.
Okay.
For emergency.
Yeah.
And then after the forest, we are going to the moorland.
Okay.
Yes.
And then after that, it's the alpine
Deserts.
Alpine desert.
We are
Yeah.
going to the alpine desert up to the ice cap on top of the Kilimanjaro.
Yeah. And that's of course if you're climbing the mountain. If you want to climb it, it can take 6 days, 7 days if you want to be more confident of a summit attempt. And I would love to come back and climb it for myself one day, but I just wanted to come and see it with my own eyes. As you make your way up the mountain, you get to experience all the different zones, which is why it's such an appealing climb. So as we walk, you'll see banana plants and also coffee.
And that is Arabica coffee.
Okay, that's the Arabica one?
Coffee, yes.
Yeah. You don't grow Robusta in this region,
We
I
don't
guess.
grow Robusta in this region, so we have only Arabica coffee. And
This is a mango tree?
that's a mango tree.
Yeah. You can see they're not quite ripe yet, but
That's avocado?
oh, this is an avocado, yeah. For a second I thought it was a mango, but yeah, the mangoes are sort of a dark green at the moment, but probably in a few months they'll be ready.
The bananas, coffee, I would say avocado, mangoes, passions, a lot of different variety of ingredients, food, heritage food are here.
Yes.
Yes.
Like the oyster nut,
The oyster nut as well. We don't forgot this
which
plant.
is a bizarre shaped nut like an oyster. Something I'd never seen or tasted before, but at the guest house they gave it to us for dinner. It was good to try. They cooked it with some meat. Islam. You can see how thick and dense all the vegetation is. It's actually really good for walking because there's plenty of shade. Ambo.
One more.
This boy is going to show us, I believe, his family's bees or beehives.
Yes. So mind your head.
Yeah.
Angati.
Oh yeah.
The small beehives.
They're tiny bees.
Yes.
I was expecting them to be big, but they're really small.
Yeah, they're very small, and these are the one that you can get the best.
Asal dia
You
ke kau benda?
can get the best.
Semuanya.
Honey.
Mm.
And it's a medicine for us here. The Chaga tribe.
I saw at breakfast you had Kilimanjaro honey
Yes.
on the table.
Yes.
Beautiful.
Very good honey.
Mm.
So you go. Sundane unaenda kaona?
Ni.
Ile sanduku ya ndani.
Ni.
So mind your head.
Yeah. I'm guessing a lot of people have hit that.
Yeah. So karibu ndani.
Wow. So someone actually sleeps in the
Yes.
same room as the beehive.
Yes. And if you want some bees, then you get a drip.
Wow. Is this your bedroom?
Chumba cha nani?
Cha kwangu.
His bedroom. His bedroom.
Oh, okay. Wow. The boy of the bees.
Yes.
He is living with them. Amazing.
Welcome to Urushimwe.
It's overcast, so the air is fresh, and I can hear the water passing beneath, full of greenery. For someone from Europe from a different kind of environment, it's sort of a paradise, really. Passion fruit. Some more growing up here. Local church. To reach here from Moshi is quite a drive, I have to say. To get to the guest house, you need to be picked up by someone who knows the route. If you just find a random taxi driver in Moshi and you attempt to reach the guest house that I'm staying at, it will be a very difficult drive. For an experienced driver, it can be done in 45 minutes, but there are many narrow ways that are difficult to navigate and it's easy to get lost. What altitude are we at the moment?
Here we are almost 1,500 and 600 somewhere there.
Right.
Because now we are starting going down to the valley. We can even go up to 1,400 again.
I see.
But very soon we will start seeing the view of the Nambe waterfalls, known as Matarooni Waterfalls,
Yeah.
which is about 80 to 70 meters high.
Mm.
Mambo.
Vamos. Quite a busy area down here. They're building a bridge. So this was the old way that you would pass, but see, this is where they're all building it. Really interesting to see. The Matarooni Waterfall is just behind over there. Are these men from the mountainside?
Yes.
They're not from Moshi.
No, they're from here. They're
Yeah.
from our village, from Shimbo village. All this, they carry it
Yeah.
by hand.
Wow.
And put it here. Hapa ni vipi mmeliingiza likaja huko? Ah, so they put a rope and after it goes down to the river and they lift it up and they. So I mean this tree doesn't have the power of the people which are here.
No.
That's why they were able to do that.
Wow.
And now they are cutting another one, so they will have maybe 2, 3, and then they will make it better so
Yeah.
motorbike, motorcycle can pass and people.
Victor tells me that these men are from Shimbwe village and they all belong to the Chaga tribe, the Chaga people who are located on the foothills of Mount Kilimanjaro. There are over 120 tribes or something like that in Tanzania. The Chaga are just one. So you were saying that if one of the men doesn't turn up,
They'll check a chicken or they'll take a chair, something which has value,
yeah.
gives you pain, so next time.
Oh, they'll steal it from that
No,
person's
they'll not
house.
steal. They
Okay.
will come and say, you know, you didn't come to work, you didn't come for a unit
Yeah.
work, the village work, and it's your duty. So we are going to check, we are going to give a fine, maybe 20,000. You don't have the 20,000. So they say, okay, we're going to take 2 chicken, this is 20,000.
Okay, I understand.
Yeah.
Wow.
So if they keep it somewhere. If you have money to give, they will bring it back. If not, they will sell it and then they will sit somewhere drinking the local banana beer and celebrate.
Wow.
And you will be learning next time. If you get announcements to come, I'm sure the guy he will be there.
Yeah. And it's a bit of a shame if you don't turn up, right?
Yes,
On your family, on your community,
absolutely.
for not helping.
So people they turn, as you can see.
That explains why there's so many men here, like a really good turnout. So just a bit further up, this is what the bridge will look like when it's finished. After they lay down the trees and then put the wood across. So motorbikes and some other vehicles perhaps will be able to pass. So we've now made it to the Masarooni Waterfall, one of the edges of Kilimanjaro's most iconic places. It's very loud and wet, as the camera's probably steaming up right now. But this water comes right from the alpine slopes. Wash off the sweat from the hike. We are meandering our way back to the guest house after walking to the waterfall. To the waterfall and back, it's around 7 kilometers, and we're going to have lunch at the guest house, and then later on we will head back out. The people who cultivate this land live high up here on the slopes of Kili, which makes for a very picturesque and beautiful place to live, with all this greenery and then the red earth. A very colourful looking grasshopper here, or from the family of grasshoppers. It's quite large as well. There's a chameleon here. It looks like it's so funny how it moves.
Yes.
So after hiking to the waterfall, we headed back to the guest house for some lunch, and following that, Victor has taken me on his motorbike, and we're now here to see Coffee Experience with Dr. Coffee.
Yes.
Okay then, so let's have a look.
So this is a map of East Africa. Kenya, United Republic of Tanzania, Democratic Republic of Congo, Rwanda and Burundi, Zambia and Malawi, Mozambique, Zanzibar and Pemba, Madagascar and Reunion. And from 1922 to 2022 up to now, many peoples around East Africa like to grow coffee. But the coffee from Kilimanjaro is best than all coffee in East Africa zone, because here we grow pure Kilimanjaro Arabica organic coffee. The song is Twanga Twanga. Twanga means bound bound. When I say Twanga Twanga Twanga, you can buy Twanga. Twanga Twanga Twanga. Twanga. Now we go to separate shells and
Yes.
export like this in Europe, Germany, British, America like this. But me, I see like coffee beans roasting. So let's go to the coffee roasting stage.
Okay.
First we prepare our fire. Now we put it inside of this roasting stage. Let's go. Saga, 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 saga. ready.
Oh, wow. Just taking the sugar with the coffee like that. Wow. Okay.
With that.
Here we go. That's really, really nice. That's really, really good.
Yeah.
I've never taken coffee directly with sugar like that before.
Really?
It tastes like chocolate, you're right. There we go. Fresh. Asante.
It's hot, so you got sugar there, you got sugar.
How do I say thank you in
Asante.
in Chaga? You are Chaga?
I'm Chaga.
So how would I say?
Aika.
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 Okay. Aika. Long life, Dr. Coffee. Cheers. A coffee made through dance, song, drums, and having a good time with the whole village pretty much getting involved.
Maybe you can boiling this a little bit.
Yeah.
You can mix it a little bit with the coffee.
Yeah.
Another smelling.
Okay, great. Let's try it. Let's try it.
Try it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Mix together with the coffee.
Do you have a name for this type of coffee?
Yeah, this is the chai coffee.
Chai chai. Okay.
Пастусь.
Trying the chai chai coffee.
Yes, coffee.
It's a completely different taste. It's almost like it almost tastes like tea to me. It really does. But it's good. I'm gonna add some sugar in mine, I think.
Yeah, you put sugar.
Yes.
It'll be nice.
I did a coffee experience in Kenya when I went to Kiambu County, just north of Nairobi. But this has been a completely different experience. Just dancing and you know, turning the beans into powder with song and with all the villagers joining in this beautiful setting here in the late afternoon, and just a lot more of a kind of fun and laid back atmosphere, like one big family kind of thing. People just sort of filling up coffee to have for themselves, so a very different type of experience.
But this is not yet now. Maybe after 3 months from now.
Okay.
Maybe June.
Yes.
4 months from now.
Yeah.
The end of June or the end of July will be ready, and picking like only red color.
Yeah.
And then
Yes, exactly. Dr. Coffee tells me that this one is more than 100 years old.
yes.
That particular plant. So I'm now back here at the guest house, and I'm going to end this video here. Tomorrow I'm taking a flight to Tanzania's largest city, Dar es Salaam, and then I'll be filming some videos there. The coffee experience was quite amazing. I did not expect it to turn out to be so much fun. I've really enjoyed this whole day exploring the slopes of this world famous mountain. Climbing it is a serious undertaking in terms of, you know, the amount of effort and motivation it takes, as well as financially, and one day I'm sure I will do it. The reason I just wasn't mentally prepared to climb it on this trip, I sort of wasn't really sure what I was going to do here in Tanzania, and then I thought I at least wanted to come and see it, but I don't have all the kit and I haven't done much hiking in terms of mountains in recent months. So I think I need to build myself up before I attempt something like Kilimanjaro. It might be a wise thing to do. There is also, on the other side of the mountain, on the west side, you'll find more wildlife, the Ngorongoro crater, and then onwards towards the Serengeti. Now on this Africa trip in Kenya, I've already visited the Masai Mara, so I'm not going to do another safari. I don't want to overdo the safari videos. But once again, that's another reason to return to Tanzania to see the Serengeti and also the Ngorongoro crater. So I'll end things here from this beautiful guest house. Kilimanjaro hiding behind the clouds. It appears early in the morning. And I will see you on the next one here in Tanzania. Cheers.